That would be against me. So it is at this point where I say farewell to the Axis. I'm not a fascist. I don't have any ideological sides with them. I will agree to a non-aggression pact though, yes. And that's also going to be interesting because that means that the USA is not going to be distracted by me. So I'm going to just keep on fighting China, not distracted by the US getting involved. Germany's already taken out the Soviet Union, so that's not a distraction. They can focus entirely on D-Day. Bad timing, got up at the end of the last stream hoping to see Ready Player One at the start of this one. Smart move, but I think Germany might be able to take them. Oh, I suspect they can. But I'd rather Germany were facing the US Navy rather than me, so that by the end of the game, I'm the only one with a navy, because Germany will have whittled them away through naval bombers. And Nationalist Spain just joined the Axis. That's one hell of a coastline they have to guard now. 2 weeks until I get my first super heavy. Yay. They've definitely slowed us down a bit. We're not advancing quite as quickly as we were. So we're getting more factories. Where are the shortages? It's not in guns. Artillery is a bit short. Support equipment's still very short. And we're getting a lot of motorized now. So let's dial the motorized back a little bit. Let's increase the artillery and dramatically increase support equipment. Just until we get that stuff built. Fall of Gibraltar. First time since it was seized by the British more than 2 centuries ago, Gibraltar is back in Spanish hands. News coming in from the territory report something or other. And I've got the Kampfgruppe. So, more land doctrines. Okay, so we're going on to modern Blitzkrieg. I don't need the manpower. We will own China. So, +10 organisation for infantry, motorised and mechanised, and 2 for tanks. Changed my mind from taking out the USSR. Nope. That's why this war in Japan is so easy, because these guys have just a little bit of experience. Just a tiny bit of experience. From a certain other war that they may or may not have been involved in. And the bikes are getting a lot of experience very quickly too, which is awesome. Oh, actually, that's one good question. You know what, if the bikes are comparing as favourably to infantry as they are, I think they probably do get the doctrine bonuses. Because our organisation is 72. You cannot get 72 organisation without Blitzkrieg, or without mobile warfare. Compare that to my infantry templates with 78. Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of resistance to occupation, but I don't really have anything left with which to defend that. They've lost 1.25 million, I've lost 85k. We are thrashing them. However, I may want to focus my tanks and my fast movers down here. Rather than over there. I think I will, actually. So the purples can still handle the entire line, there's more of them. Then the tanks can be assigned to everything from here. And really put the pressure on the East Coast. Because then they have no supply, they can't, like, bring in any more reinforcements. Ooh, also these guys have nearly finished. Okay. So then once they've done their bit, they can then go on garrison duty and hold the rest of this. Although there is likely to also be resistance to Mongol. Not really. Actually, oh wait, that was supply. That's resources. That's resistance. There is no resistance in Mongolia, but there is resistance here. Probably because Mongolia is not core. Here's the fight for Shanghai. Light industry development, good. Right, let's go and invest in heavy development. And then we'll get the Japanese settlement. Or actually, let's get the Showa Steelworks. Must expand the Showa Steelworks to drastically increase its production, as well as crucial prerequisite for large-scale industrialization. Meanwhile, they are probably going down their own trees. Collaboration with the Japanese, that's good. That keeps them friendly. Yeah, they've been doing their own industrial upgrades. Which is good, because I wanted them to industrialize everything as much as they could. You want to give me improved artillery? Sure, I accept. No reason at all to build cavalry. Nope, not anymore. Which is why I switched all of my cavalry units to the bikes. Yeah, I think having rocket artillery would work well with these templates, because obviously we're being pretty aggressive with our units, and having rocket artillery, support rocket artillery with the bikes would give them even more breakthrough to really let them push. Yeah, Aristide, you are the tanks. You even have one super elite. The bikes are getting a good amount of experience from this, which makes me very happy. And your skills are going up. 6, 4, 4, 5. That was like a 3 or something when we started this campaign. I mean, you're no Yamashita. Let's be honest. You're still not bad. You're actually better at planning than he is. And logistics. Strapping rockets to bikes sounds like a great idea. That's exactly how it needs to happen as well. I love it. Ah, you've got to level up. Organization first, that's reinforce rate. Sure. You are good with logistics. The United States stands against fascism as the land of the free. The United States considers itself the natural enemy of fascism in all its forms across the world. If only that was still true. Alright, more military factories. More tanks? Ah, we've built our first super heavy battleship. Which is good. I think we just need more support. You know, with the amount of motorized that we're getting and the amount of medium tanks. Yeah, more tanks. Then after that, we'll double down to 30 support equipment, just to get that sorted. We still have enough resources for all of this as well, which is great. Quit India movement. Indian calls for independence have intensified lately. Now that things have come to a head, the radical Quit India movement has called for the United Kingdom to leave the country as soon as possible. British authorities were quick to react, however, and have cracked down on the movement, arresting several leaders in dawn raids on homes across India. How's China looking? China is not looking too hot. 1.4 million casualties so far. Sir Foster III, thank you very much for that follow. There it is, the United States has declared war on the German Reich. I suspect that they're joining the Allies. So now the entire industrial might of the United States is focused squarely over here, and not on me. Although, the Axis have made a landing in the UK, so the US might be just too late. Depending on whether the Brits can hold here, will depend on whether the Americans can arrive in time and push them back out. But yeah, the US is going to have a large navy of a mere 320 ships, I would say, to Germany's 7, and Italy's 7. And the UK is up to 18, so they have built a couple more. But that's after the destroyers for bases. So even after that, they lost like all of the destroyers that the US gave them. Why would they land in Cornwall? Because it's kind of isolated and exposed. And has several large ports, I guess. I don't know, I can't pretend to know that one. Alright, are we actually advancing into these little bits? Yes. That's alright then. Oh, speed 3. I don't remember going down to speed 3. Oh, I did that when I first declared war, didn't I? Just in case I had to micro stuff. I don't need to micro stuff. Yamashita is wounded. Again! Oh no, that was him. No, that's Tanaka. Who was him? That's twice now, buddy! Alright, replace him with the other guy. For 90 days, so that would be August, September, October. Take both China and the Warlords too. Yeah, I probably will. I mean, the Warlords aren't going to be able to put up any kind of fight against us. But I'm not going to do that until we've dealt with China. Okay, next up. Garrison duty. Take all the bits that I've just taken. And hold them. Particularly against the resistance. So that all of the factories that I'm stealing, I mean, liberating right now, remain good and useful. Okay, so we've almost filled up the support equipment line, so I think we're going to get some more artillery going. Although we could still do with more medium tanks, frankly. Mordred, at least you know your general's not hiding in a fight. That's true. That's very true. Do I not have any air bases? I do, I have that one. That's not what I wanted to do, though. It's actually southern China I need to reach, so it'll be here to here. Come on. I need to get the technology for better tactical bombers and then build some. Really? You're just gonna give me Fusao? Okay then. And then they have 2 ports left, and then it's all just in the interior. I mean, honestly, you can probably just sneak through and take all of this. You ought to be quick enough. And this is going to be one of the most ridiculous cut-offs. Yep. 23 divisions cut off over there. And in fact, Mr. Bikey person, continue biking through all of that. Then tanky person, tank through all of that. And in fact, all the tanks currently on this line, just go ahead and focus there. Go. And this is about to be a whole bunch of overruns. Yep. $1.8 million. And this war is as good as over at this point. We've taken the entire east coast, which means they will have no factories left anymore. Right, let's continue working on Manchuria. Let's get the heavy industry development now. And how are they looking? 124 points left, and then we'll be able to annex them. Alright, so all of the purples need to be reassigned. That can be arranged. So stop, stop. Purples, I want you going to here. And tanks. Sure, you can be based down there and then basically rush through the valley there. Switzerland has joined the Allies. Germany declared war on Switzerland. It is September, so I think that Yamashita is back in business. No, he's still wounded. For another 55 days. Well, bugger. The attack on Cornwall is still ongoing. Several large naval battles that are going on though, so I hope that they didn't have too much invested in this, because of course their navies are going to be able to just stop reinforcements getting through. However, 42. Once construction 4 is done, I'll probably switch to getting the next tank, because I just noticed how much army experience I have, but there's no real point doing it now, because the next tank model will be available very soon. Smiley face emoji, which I don't recognize. Thank you very much for the follow. David Train, thank you very much for the follow as well. Appreciate that. Manchukuo can annex Manchukuo via its focus tree. Are you going to wait for that? Manchukuo can do Manchukuo. Can they? That kind of depends on how long it takes them. Vassalize Manchukuo. I guess it's there. So can I kind of suggest humbly that they go for that? I mean, I'm in no real particular hurry. Actually, speaking of which, I am back on repairing terms, which is not exactly what I wanted to be doing right now. How come you're still upgrading it? That's why. Let's not upgrade them just yet. Beijing has 19 factory capacity. Crikey. You're still being upgraded. I mean, there's a lot of damaged stuff here which I will need to repair at some point. So right now I think I'm going to do North Korea because there's quite a lot of resources. No, there's even more resources. What am I short on? I'm actually making a surplus in oil. Okay. Right, tanks. Well, it's September, so this would be ahead of time. So I think I'm going to start researching rocket artillery. And that should be fine. Meanwhile, United States, how many ships have you lost? Not enough. I actually have a feeling you're building more. Meanwhile, the invasion, it's ongoing and pretty potent. Meanwhile, China's lost almost 2 million people. I've lost 176,000. So they've definitely increased the rate of... No, they haven't. Kill-death ratio is actually getting worse for them. And let them retake that. Veteran Fighter Initiative. Naval mission efficiency or air support mission efficiency. Absolutely F support. Yeah, you let them retake it. That's disappointing. Oh, that's because the Reds are not attacking. Oh, my bad. Sorry. We are in fact taking attrition here, which does not surprise me. This area, not the greatest in terms of infrastructure. Not sure I particularly want to invest in it just yet, though. Oh, we're going to have so much more factory capacity when we take over China. If they manage to capitulate England, Germany has an focus for navy production, which gives them like plus 100 dockyards. Oh. But yeah, this is why I've let Germany deal with the US. Because I know they can whittle away at it, and then I can just go and deliver the knockout punch and take everything. I mean, admittedly, the fight against Germany will be a bit of a slog. Oh, you're attacking me. Right. Let's have you all attacking there, except for you, who's going to go here. I mean, to be fair, I'm going to need to build some more dockyards as well. I only have 20. And I'm currently leaning against naval production. I actually have a minus 45% penalty on ship production. No wonder things are taking as long as they are. Although, actually, once this war is over, I can probably afford to rebalance. There goes the UK. Italy haven't got the most war score. Oh, that's because of the African campaign, which I think was mostly Italy. And also Italy would have been the one fighting their navy. Oops. I was trying to scroll and forgot you don't actually use those keys. Right. Now I just need China to just hurry up and capitulate. In fact, just go there. Oh, this is Communist China, yeah. It's kind of fortified, so we may not want to attack into that too heavily. I'm hoping the tanks can manage to get through, though. Medium tanks are motorized, they're pretty quick. Plus I've been upgrading their speed. As soon as Chongqing's gone, that should be it. No? Yes. China's capitulated, giving us their stuff. And we got it all, because we had no allies in this fight. So, yay! Oh, we haven't had the peace conference yet. That's probably at midnight tonight. I assume. There it is. Yeah, I can get out the decision. So I'm going to take all the things, because all of this is rightfully mine. Japan doesn't believe in puppets. And that is indeed everything. Glorious! Now, we're not going to be suffering any more resistance, which is great. And we have a bunch more factories. So, with that in mind, I think we need to start prioritizing a little bit. Beijing, obviously, is going to get a bunch. Oh, they don't get nearly as many factories as I thought they would. In fact, wasn't this 19 while we were actually fighting? Could have sworn it was. So we're going to upgrade those. Going to drop all of these. Except for the civilian factory repairs, which we do want to have done. Nice and quickly. Like so. And now military factories. I do want to start getting some more tactical bombers, although these are only tactical bomber 1s. They're not a huge upgrade. We could start doing some more heavy fighters, and in fact, we could do with spending our military points on upgrading those military fighters.